podcast on all of Long Island. Monty and the Pharaoh.
Monty and the Pharaoh. Monty and the Pharaoh.
The Monty and Pharaoh Show.
And you're watching the Monty and Pharaoh Show.
Monty and the Pharaoh.
With Monty and the Pharaoh.
Monty and the Pharaoh.
It's Monty and the Pharaoh.
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 Monty and Pharaoh.
It's Monty and the Pharaoh.
And Monty and the Pharaoh. Oh, is it Monty and the Pharaoh?
Monty and Pharaoh.
The Monty and the Pharaoh Show.
Monty and the Pharaoh.
You've got the future Hall of Famer, that rocker, Marty Jannetty, and MJ in the house, and I'm sitting here with two more future Hall of Famers, Monty and the Pharaoh. We're doing that stuff and we gonna rock it.
Straight to the top. We're living this life, not just dreaming it, we're doing it for real. Straight to the top. Working hard every day just to leave out that tower.
All right, welcome back to Long Island's #1 pro wrestling broadcast. Monty and the Pharaoh, only seen here live from Village Connection Radio, broadcasting only at Huntington, New York, live from Rockstar Studios. And at the board is the owner and producer of the Monty and the Pharaoh Show, Mr. Jim Savali. Jim, how are you?
Bro, that intro almost gave me a heart on.
What? Which one?
That whole thing, man. The whole Village Connection Radio, Rockstar Studios, and now Jim Savali.
Well, you know, I aims to please, so there's nothing better than giving you a hard on, man.
What?
Think about that, bro.
Oh, Jesus.
I got mad.
And to your right.
And to my right is none other than the star of the show, Mr. Jimmy Farrow. Jimmy, how are you?
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Back again.
Well, straight off the holiday for a little holiday extravaganza.
Yeah.
How was your holiday, gents? Anything good?
It was good, bro. Nice and relaxing.
Did you get gifts?
I got some gifts.
What'd you get?
I got some long johns. Do you want to see them?
What?
Got a couple pairs of long johns.
Got some long
What, like
johns?
Scooby-Doo or something?
What,
What,
just long johns. You know what it is? But
Like the full body long johns?
No, because of my...
Are they fuzzy?
Because of my nerves. The
Yeah.
cold air really bothers me.
No, I got you.
So
okay.
the long johns to
Nice.
feels good now.
Little circulation.
What was your favorite
Good.
gift of the holiday?
Can I say it on the air?
Sure can.
Oh.
No,
Are we censoring this? For
Well,
cable?
let's remind everybody
I'm not
that
gonna
you can
say
catch
that,
Monty
yeah.
the Pharaoh every Tuesday from 8:30 to 9 p.m. on Channel 115. And if that's not enough, and you could put away your Saturday morning cartoons and catch us at 6:30 a.m., right?
Is it? I thought it was 6.
Is it 6?
I think it's 6. I think it's 6 to 6:30 on Channel 1. You better go check the
We
cable
need to
guide
check.
now.
I think it
That's
is.
when they
Yeah, you
have
might be
the
right.
cartoon- That's when they have the cartoon version of the show.
That's right, the cartoon version.
God, that's true.
But anyway, that's why we got to keep. What was your favorite gift, Jim?
Not to be a sap, but I think I wrote to you because basically, look, I don't come from much of celebrating on this particular holiday or any holiday, to tell you the truth.
Sure.
So basically, it was kind of quiet in my house, as you know. We talked a little bit on text. I said one of my gifts was the show. The show's been great.
Nice.
So I was really
Wow,
I was
that's-
actually
that's-
watching a little
that's
Monty and the Pharaoh on YouTube.
A little YouTube.
And I was enjoying it. And by the way, Jim, thank you too. You are a big additive when you're on air with us. This is just great stuff, man.
It's good stuff.
I was enjoying it.
It's good stuff.
I rarely, as you know, I rarely partake afterwards in trying to digest too much of what we do. It's more going forward than looking backward.
Sometimes you gotta look back.
I enjoyed it on that particular day. I was like, thanks, Santa. I have a great show with some great buddies, and it's all good.
We were talking about this. I think I talked to both of you about this. It's not to be morbid, but if when our time comes and the end comes, we're
any second
we
for the
are
Pharaoh.
we are etched in
Christmas.
stone, right?
Are
it's
we?
like we are there
Wow.
for.
No,
I said
wait a minute,
Jim.
what?
Jim has got a pretty young daughter. Say God forbid
Yeah.
something happened to Jim.
No, nothing's
and,
happened. No,
and his
Jim's
daughter
good.
didn't really
Jim's
remember
good.
him
I
at this
said it's
age
good
because I
karma
did
for
ask
Jim.
you if she would remember you.
Yeah.
You know what? She could always go and watch you and check you out.
You are archived.
I'm
my man.
archived.
Yeah, you are.
So are you.
Wait a minute. I guess I am.
but
Hey, I don't know
can
about
add to
that.
this
Go ahead.
If you piss me off, some people have pissed me off in the past, and I can remove them from archive, and they would be zapped from history, never to be seen again.
How does that work? Because it is paid.
What do you mean? How's it work?
But wait a minute.
There's this button called.
It is paid.
delete.
Wait a minute. It is pay to play.
It's called delete.
Yeah,
You
but
you have-
once
but
it's
you own it. You have the rights to it.
I
Though.
can delete it.
yeah,
Wow.
man.
Listen, I have.
It's kind of cold.
Wow,
Hey,
you'd be
A little
rough.
cold. A little
Impeach my
cold.
president again and see what happens.
I want to.
Whoa,
I
wait.
want to thank. I want to thank our two musical groups that also open and close the show. Number one would be Aqua Cherry.
Love
You could get
Aqua
Aqua Cherry
Opening
on
theme.
Spotify, Apple Music, or where music sold. You can listen to Yes Yes or the Monty and the Pharaoh theme song straight up. And our ending credit band, Jimmy Farrow's own Wisteria Hall with his partner Bart Griggs
Thank
in
you,
My
thank you.
Dreams, right?
Yep, produced by the legendary Eddie Kramer from Hendrix and Zeppelin.
And then
Nice.
you've got a new album coming out soon, new EP.
We actually are 5 tunes into it. You've heard a few of them.
Yeah,
Nice.
very
So,
good, very good.
We're getting there. Yeah.
Excellent.
Yep.
All right, so Monty the Pharaoh hot right now. We got a lot of things going on, and I.
We do?
Oh yeah, oh yeah,
Again?
oh
Can I,
yeah.
can I add something?
Sure,
Before we
sure
start?
can.
Please.
When I first met you guys and you talked about doing a wrestling show,
Right,
He'd probably
wrestling
laugh.
show.
wrestling.
At the time, I was doing music. I had all music shows. I was
Okay.
trying to get all kinds of local musicians involved. And these guys come and they want to do a wrestling show. And they were for the competition. And you always want to open doors from talent from competition. I'm just putting that out there. They're always open. So I was like, oh, wrestling. I got to say that you guys
Here we go.
have the shit
we
going on.
That's it, baby.
I said the word. I'm sorry.
It's all right. We got
That's a
beat. We'll
quick
beep
one.
out on
That's
cable.
easy. That's
But
easy.
You
Right, Bart?
guys have it, bro. You guys have brought more energy, more people,
you.
more talent. I've been in awe of dozens of people who have been here.
Well, thank you, Jim. I got to tell you,
I don't just talk shit.
But on the other hand, I'll say this: Jimmy and I were on another station on Long Island, and if it wasn't for Rockstar Studios or Village Connection, it would never have happened.
Right.
That I can guarantee. We knew where we were. It wasn't working. Right.
This is just
the vibe, it all works.
Well, that's what it is. This is just the right fit for this show and this station.
Yeah.
It's just the right. It's just.
And
the
again-
I
right-
wouldn't think it would be based
No, I actually-
on what I just said.
No, I
based
actually
on what
think
I said.
it. You know why I think it always kind of has one way or the other is you were into the rock thing. Dude, I was in a band for 25 years. Mike, you
money
were
in
gonna-
rock.
Dude, like the rock thing, you know what I mean? So I was like, you know what? This station does have a cool image. It always did to me. It's got the coolest image on Long Island. I'll tell you
keep
that right
trying.
now.
Hey, listen.
The image to me was a lot.
That you know what? That's a really good point,
It's a
Farrell. Because
cool
anytime
station.
someone comes
I mean,
in,
to me,
anytime someone comes in here, what's the first thing they say?
wow,
This station's cool.
Right.
And it's a
I
real,
didn't expect that.
and it's a real station.
Right.
I
And I
didn't
didn't
expect
expect
this.
this. You guys got your. Oh, wait.
All right, I didn't want. You know what? I didn't want to let the cat out of the bag. I was going to surprise
What?
Jim with this
Not
a little
another
bit,
cat. I have too many.
but I was going to surprise Jim with this.
What?
Looks like News 12 is going to come do a little spotlight on Village Connection. I've been
Get
working on that for the last
out.
week and a half.
Get out.
I wanted to surprise him for Christmas,
Bro,
but I'll
who's
let it
gonna
out of the
be
bag.
Who's going to interview us?
By the way, on the
I
subject.
don't know.
On,
Not interview us or interviewing you.
Oh, man.
on the
get
subject,
dressed
real
up.
fast, man. On the subject
Good.
of News 12, I'd like to personally thank Carol Silver for
Right.
all of
Wow,
her
love
years.
her, bro.
I was lucky enough to be interviewed by her with War Dance
Love
when we
her.
won Band of the Year back in '95. She was fantastic. What a pro.
She's ill.
I know, and
Yeah,
she's
sad,
yeah, I know,
bro.
but she was such a nice person.
She reminds
what a
me,
pro.
honestly, of my
so
mom.
thank you.
She actually looks like my mom.
Really?
She looks younger than my mom, but she looks a lot like my mom, and it's just 30-something years.
What
I've
a
known her,
classy
so,
woman.
It's
She's
sad.
great.
But,
She had a blessed life, though, man.
She is
I mean, it's a
great.
great job.
everyone has a blessed life, until
Yeah,
they go.
it's true.
It's sad.
And her replacement's going to be awesome too.
Yeah, I like Erin.
She's great, Erin Colton. Just
Look
wanted
at
to
you
throw
just
that in.
naming those
I
newscasters
also got
out.
interviewed by Aaron Colton. Unfortunately, there was an accident in front of my house back in like 2012
no,
or
man.
something, and Aaron Colton standing on the front yard. I'm like, oh,
Bro, when they come here to Village,
You know?
when they come here to Village, you better come down there then.
Oh, my
get
Lord,
an
yeah.
get an interview yourself.
You got it.
But anyway, Village Connection is the only place to be. Let's go over some of the things that are happening soon, Farrell, with Monty and the Farrell. What do you
Lay it
think,
on
pal?
me. Go ahead.
All right, man. On Saturday, January 11th, we have the ECW Hardcore Reunion. Can you guess who will be part of that ECW reunion there, Farrell, son?
What is this, a test? I'm not going to know. Okay, how about the franchise Shane Douglas?
Oh, nice work, son.
I don't know if I'm going to get the rest, though, because I know Sam.
Just incredible.
I know.
Yeah, go ahead.
Who does this
I said
awesome
Sam.
artwork?
Well, one of our sponsors, Quest Graphics,
Nice,
does our artwork.
I mean, this is like some serious
Jeff Rumper,
stuff.
the Rumper is one
Rumper.
great artist, and I mean, you
really
talk
is,
about the
bro.
professionalism.
Oh, and Jeff, I'm off Facebook, so don't take it personally. I'm just.
That was a good, they did some good work, man.
So anyway,
I'm
on
just-
January
I'm just
11th,
done with
you've
Facebook.
got the ECW reunion, and then here's a hot deal going on. On Friday, March 6th, we've got Jake the Snake
with the
Roberts in
Whoa,
studios.
whoa. With the snake?
With the snake,
Wait,
bro.
you realize Miller's going to come nowhere near this place.
I don't think he's bringing a snake.
Dude,
don't.
I'm telling you.
I don't think there'll be a
bring
snake.
the snake. You're not Miller. Is not
Bro, can you
even.
imagine he brings a snake in and lays little snake eggs in here?
What?
That'd be great, man.
That would
like,
not be
just like all
great.
snakes.
What if they find the weed and then they get high? Now you got high
man.
snakes all over the
High
fucking
snakes.
But
studio.
look, when it
What,
comes
wait a minute,
when it
find
comes
the
to
weed?
pro wrestling,
What?
there's no better talker than Jake the Snake Roberts,
Yeah.
right?
Oh, yeah.
This guy's gonna
Oh,
give
yeah.
an interview
Oh,
like there's no holds barred with Jake the
Yeah,
Snake.
he's
I gotta tell you, pretty excited
How about
about
when
it.
Sandman comes in with the ECW trifecta?
Oh my God!
What
that'd
about
be
that
crazy.
guy?
Well, here's one I'm excited about. On March 7th, on Saturday, we've got the Killer Bees
Oy.
and Greg Gagne, son of Vern Gagne.
Oy.
You're a big fan of Greg.
You prick.
Jimmy loves his tennis
In this
legs.
picture right here. In this picture
That's
right
not
here,
fair.
what's Farrell
Oh.
looking at in this picture
What?
right here?
What's who?
In this picture on the screen, what's
Okay.
Farrell looking at here?
What are you talking about?
I think he's looking at
Dude, I can't
he's
remember
looking
glasses.
at
What are you
Greg's
looking at that guy's
Greg's
ass?
ass a little bit.
What
yeah.
did you guys
It really
do?
looks like-
Looks like
Wait
you're
a
looking
minute,
at his ass.
Jeff, what did you do? I can't see
really
it.
looks like he's looking at this guy's ass.
What are
a
you
little bit.
talking
I
about?
think we can zoom in on that.
Why would I be looking at his ass?
I'm just saying, bro.
Well, then
Looks
that's
like
in the that's in the interpretation of the guy who made the billboard, not
right,
me.
Jeff.
All right, if that's not enough,
Jeff.
that's Saturday. Village
Thanks.
Connection and Monty DeFaro will be at the big event in LaGuardia in Queens, where we'll have our own special guest, Tony, Mr. USA Atlas, and Sunny Beach.
Oh, my
And
God,
Sunny
bro.
Beach.
Sunny Beach, who we just had a fantastic
Well, that's a
interview
relief
with.
because Sunny Beach can protect me from Tony Atlas because I'm not
right.
sure. I'm not
Right.
sure where we are with me and Big T.
What's
Very
You know what I
big
got
T.
here?
What do you got?
Against,
Do I got a little video here for us?
Roy.
Well,
What happened?
we'll hit that video 1 second.
He's ready to go.
We got
Is it time to hit it?
then at the big event we have an exclusive.
We do.
Right? The Soul Patrol, Rocky Johnson and Tony Atlas will be taking pictures and autographs with the fans. This. And then Monty and the Pharaoh will have an exclusive interview right afterwards at Village Connect. These two have never been interviewed together, and everybody knows the heat these two have had. We've had Tony Atlas on. Go hit the video there, Jim.
The first ever Black Tag Team Champions.
That's right.
And haven't been together in how many years?
That's right.
This is almost 40 years, dude.
That's a long
Wow.
time, bro.
How did we pull this one off?
The power of magic.
How the? Holy pyramids of ancient Egypt.
We're talking through.
Yeah, we're fine.
Let me fix this little video.
Oh my God.
No worries. Yeah, so
It's a big video.
do you remember?
I gotta tell you.
Do you remember
What
the
about Iron Maiden's new record? Since you want to talk for a few seconds, I'm excited. I don't know if
video's coming on?
And we're back.
What the hell was
funny.
that?
That was a little.
What was that?
The file might have been a little big.
Half the audience just took Dramamine. What's going on here? Anyway.
All right, so Iron Maiden.
Sorry.
What's going on with Iron Maiden, bro?
Iron Maiden's new record is apparently finished, and I'm very excited about that on a musical level. This is going to be album number 17 for a band that's got now 40 years coming up on the release of their original record with the original singer Paul Di'Anno.
Right.
Bruce Dickinson 5 years ago recorded Book of Souls, their last record, a double album with a huge tumor, a cancerous tumor on the back of his tongue. And was managed to go through surgery after recording their best record for the most part
You know
since
a
the
lot
80s.
about Maiden, huh?
I love Iron Maiden. I absolutely do. They were one of my favorite bands. They were probably my favorite band in high school. When we were in high school. Don't you remember I had the Power Slave T-shirt on?
I just thought, you know what? I always liked Maiden too, but I just wasn't a big fan
love
of
Maiden.
Eddie guy. Eddie?
Eddie? What do you
like
got?
Eddie.
What's your problem with Eddie? Oh
just
my!
wasn't a
He
fan.
doesn't like the mascot. That's fucking burnt. You're burnt. Hey. You liked Run to the Hills.
I love Run to the Hills, man. I
remember
love a
that.
whole bunch of stuff, man. All right, ready to get some wrestling in? Mm-hmm. All right. So I guess, Farrow prepped the script today, and he opens up with a really important,
This
probably
was
the most important wrestling
this
news
was
of
for
the
you.
decade, right?
Yeah, this was for you.
Mandy Rose kisses Otis.
What the? Yeah.
Well, that girl kiss anyone, won't she?
Oh!
What?
Did Mandy kiss you?
What?
I saw that picture.
Hey.
Man,
What did that? What? You have a photo of this?
what are they doing? Farrow, what are they doing here with this whole Otis Mandy thing?
I have no idea.
I think they're doing it to get you jealous.
I don't dude. Do you honestly, do you really understand what they do with Mandy half the time anyway?
I think they're making her into like
Well,
the
like, into
total
what?
bitch. To becoming the bitch.
Yeah, but how about getting a belt? How about
I don't think she's ready yet.
You don't
bro.
think? Why?
Well, you guys have talked, right? You and Mandy have talked.
Why is
about
she not
this.
ready?
But not about Otis.
You talked about a lot of things, so maybe she's not ready. You know this.
What?
First
What?
information. I mean,
How do you
guys
feel
been
about-
seen- you guys have been seen in public.
How do you feel about Otis being
There's
selected
proof
to
of it.
even give her a kiss?
I don't
This
listen.
must have bothered
Wait.
you.
I got to get back to
What is
Somali
going
right now.
on?
Right
You
now.
say that you've
do-
not been in public with this woman.
No, I'm not saying I haven't.
Right.
But what I'm trying to
Sorry,
say is I
Mandy.
don't discuss
Sorry.
Otis with her.
Well, you discussed.
I'm not a
her
nerd.
You called her up.
career.
You saw it.
Oh man, you kissed Otis.
Why did you kiss him? Like that's
Did you poison his
hilarious.
ham?
But why did they select him for this?
Because Otis is hot.
Is
dude.
Mandy supposed to be funny all of a sudden? It's because you know
What I mean hot?
Otis is
Otis.
what?
Otis has got.
Is it
Otis
the
is.
beard?
Otis is not hot. What are you
He's
talking
funny.
about?
He's funny.
Well, funny
Oh,
and
you
hot
mean
are
if
two
he's
different words.
over, the fans dig Otis?
Yeah.
I've always liked Otis the character, but he's
This is-
not hot.
listen,
I mean, what the?
Funny and hot are two different
I
things.
think.
Yeah,
I think this
what
is.
on
I think
earth?
this is what they're doing. They were gonna do that Sonya Deville angle about her hitting
Uh-huh.
on Sonya, and they kind of pulled out of it. So they're probably gonna do like she's.
Sonya doesn't even
Otis
like
is a-
guys. What would they do that to her for?
Well, because they wanted to be like that lesbian story.
Oh God! Vince is never changing.
And then
that's terrible.
Mandy was just going to be using her, right? That was all. So in this one, I think she's just going to abuse. She'll probably use Otis to help her win a title. What do you think?
Where does Tucker come into all of this?
I think that dude's done, dude.
dude. How lame is Tucker?
I think he's
How
done
lame is
he's like
Tucker?
done
He's
like a
just-
Christmas ham.
He's done like a Christmas ham. Nice. Hey, how about the Revival being turned into possibly a comedic team? By the way, they will not. I didn't put this in the notes.
Right.
They are the tag team equivalent to me of Kevin Owens. They are lunch pail. You give them anything, they will do it. They will do it well. Wow. They're good. If they give them funny stuff, particularly,
I like that word, lunch pal.
they are lunch pail, man. They're hard workers. Those guys will do anything you ask them. They can be funny. Kind of like the club.
Are they marketable?
I think to a certain level. If you're asking me if they're marketable, like for the New Day, like the New Day is, absolutely not.
I don't think they're marketable at all. I think that's
Not
what's
at
been-
all.
I
I
think
wouldn't
that's
say
what,
not
I think
at
that's
all.
what's been holding
That's
them up.
rough. You know, not at all. That's really rough. But
You
I
respect their
understand
work. You
completely
respect
what
their
you're
work,
saying.
right? You respect
on a
their work.
marketable level, no.
Right.
They will sell T-shirts, though. I'll tell you this, though. They will sell T-shirts to like the 18 to 27-year-old boy to guy market. They will. Those guys are cool, man. They're cool. And if you're into cool, you want their black shirt. You know, no. By the way, Jim, their motto on their shirts are no flips, just fists.
Right. So
it's kind of cool. You know, they're kinda cool.
Here's where I realized.
Yeah, they are. They're
Here's
kinda
where I
cool.
realized that they weren't marketable.
Okay.
When that guy at the Hall of Fame
Not disagreeing, by the way. Go on.
jumped Bret Hart, And then that video,
Dude, that one dude from the Revival totally crushed that
But that's
guy.
what I'm trying to say. After he hit him, you'd think all of a sudden
Fans
they
loved him for that.
Yeah, but you know what? They didn't love him enough to buy any shit from him. That's the problem.
Okay, I understand.
That's what I
wow,
was
you
looking
really
for.
are a bottom line guy. That's hilarious.
No,
because the fans love him for that. Right?
When he
I still
unloaded
do.
that one
he
punch.
stuck up, dude.
Yeah.
Some idiot jumped a legendary dude with a stroke from the WWE. They beat the shit out of him. He's earned nothing but respect. But you're right, it hasn't helped him sell shirts.
I thought, they're gonna
Mike,
get,
you
they're gonna
are
get
rough,
hot,
bro. He's rough.
I thought they were gonna get hot.
Impressed. He is rough.
But you know what? The WWE needs a revival, right? They need
Yeah.
the revival. That's
Yeah.
where AEW falls short, right? They
Right.
don't have enough players that you could have this revival type.
There's a small roster still over there. By the way, and I called you about this during the week, and I know that others will applaud this, and that's fine. That's fine. I get that. But you don't take Christmas week off. You air a product, okay? Vince had his guys work. Even might have been a little earlier in the week, whatever, but Vince made sure there was a product on the air for the Christmas week. You know what I'm saying? You don't take a week off. I thought you were in a war.
I think when you let the wrestlers run your ship, and
There you
then
go.
also the
Thank you.
majority owner is a wrestling fan.
Okay.
All right.
I see that.
A mark.
I see that.
Per se?
Yeah, somewhat. I can see that.
Okay. This is what you get. Mm-hmm. I mean,
There should have been a show this week.
I don't want to go crazy on the
That's all I'm
AEW talk,
saying.
but I mean, nothing makes sense. Anything that they do there, and I'm not anti AEW, but it's like the tag matches. They don't tag in and out. When do you get disqualified in an AEW match?
You know
when? Because you do whatever you want at any time. When
Well, Jericho,
you gotta have rules.
Did you
right?
see Jericho called out the Lucha Brothers for not tagging each other?
Yeah, and then what happened the next week?
Actually, from what I've heard, that they're starting to finally tag each other a little bit.
Not
but
from what I saw.
Really, they
Yeah.
did it again.
They just did it right again.
That's kind of hilarious. All
And
right,
again, the Young Bucks too, right?
yeah.
I understand they got all those high flying moves, but I mean,
Yeah.
at some point, where does like the interference? Like, there's got to be rules, dude.
You know
there's
what-
got to be. Why do you have a referee?
Do you know?
right?
Do you know where I think they've dropped the ball the most in how they've handled Omega?
Oh, please.
Because Omega, as you remember, before he finally decided I'm going to go to AEW, he was the #1 free agent in the world. He was red hot.
Yeah, well,
and I don't see them pushing him where he
whose
has
fault?
stood
Isn't
to the
that Omega-
side
isn't that-
for the WWE guys. He has stood somewhat to the side for Ambrose, Moxley, for Cody,
But isn't that
for Jericho.
Omega's own fault?
And these independent people are applauding this. He's standing to the side for these WWE guys. It's like, guys, what are you applauding
Yeah,
for?
but he's part of.
Hello?
He's part of the board. He's making those decisions
It's
for
a
himself.
bad. He's diminished himself somewhat.
You-
He's not
you make
nearly
a- you
as
make
hot
a-
as he. In
you
the
make
ring,
a-
he's still great.
you make
but
a great-
He's
you make
diminishing
a great-
his character right now.
You make a great point.
Not as hot as he was.
When
I'll
they all first came in, right?
can't
You
be
had
good.
Rhodes, you had the Young Bucks, you had Omega.
Yeah.
Everybody was all worried that they were going to put themselves over all the time. Guess
Right.
what? They made a big mistake. They didn't put anybody. They didn't put themselves over, and they should have.
Well,
because
Jericho,
it's turning
I
out
think
to be
Jericho
wrong.
has. I think Jericho's
I don't-
fine. Cody wavers on a line that I think he's made a mistake. I think he should be pushing himself more.
Yeah.
Moxley is getting most, and that I disagree
I'm
with.
talking
It's like,
about the
what are
core
you
four,
doing,
though,
you know?
dude. I'm talking about
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
the core four, right? I'm talking about the Young Bucks. I'm talking about Omega. I'm
Right.
talking about Jericho, and I'm
Right.
talking about Rhodes, right?
Okay.
Everybody's worried that they were going to push themselves, and in the long run, they should have just pushed themselves.
They should have. They're the stars.
Well, not anymore.
I know.
You just said it. Omega's
Moxley
destroyed himself.
Omega's to the side. Moxley is the big, attention thing. I don't know how Neville's tolerating any of this. Yeah, I don't know why he's tolerating it. Built like a shit brick house. He's amazing in the ring. Why is he even tolerating
But these
this?
guys aren't even marketable. That's what I'm
know?
saying. You put your whole
Right.
company on Moxley?
No. I wouldn't.
I
That's
wouldn't
what I'm
either.
saying to you.
It's ridiculous.
I would have put it all on Kenny. That's what I would have done.
That probably would have been the better idea.
And they're not doing it. And I'm like, what are you doing? You're putting it all on Jericho because you're taking the easy WCW, check me out with my WWE alumni guys. You're making the same mistake. It happened a million years ago. Omega was your diamond independent stud that was never connected to Vince. This was your chance. And you got him to the side. Idiots.
Blew it.
What do you got next?
Elias cracks jokes at the Revival, plays guitar, and leaves. Where's that character going?
Absolutely nowhere. And you like Elias. That's why I included this in the
I even
notes
forgot
this
it
week.
even existed, dude.
There you go. What on earth with this? By the way, I don't think we ever saw him hold a real strap. Hasn't happened. You used to talk about him like maybe he could be a savage type,
Yeah, I
like
thought-
Macho Man,
I
and it's
said- I
like
definitely thought.
And we both decided a while back he should put the guitar down already. It's like, dude, it's totally limited him. You know, so it's kind of sad. Elias going nowhere right now.
Sonya Deville taps out to Carmella. You put blasphemy.
It is blasphemy. Didn't that annoy the shit out of you?
Dude, why aren't they, you push...
Why is she tapping to Carmella?
Why are they not... You're right. Why aren't they pushing Mandy and why aren't they pushing Sonya?
What
is the problem with those two?
Don't know. I'm kind of confused. You know, and tapping to Carmella, she would never. It's just
Carmella's
unbelievable to me. I like Carmella, don't get me wrong.
Right.
I'm not saying that, but Sonya tapping to Carmella, I thought Sonya in real life is like, break every...
Dude, she loses like every match.
Yeah, but
man.
she's so tough, and it's obvious she's so tough. Why are you booking her that way? That's pathetic. You can't give her a little Shayna Baszler treatment, I mean, look at her. She's tough. I don't get it.
You know what, man?
Use these people to their optimum, or don't waste your time. You're not going to profit if you don't take each individual and let them shine for what they do best.
Now that you're talking about that, though,
Period.
you make a lot of sense.
Let
But here's
them
the
shine.
problem.
There's ways to do it.
Sonya seems tough, right?
She is tough.
But when you put a Shayna Baszler next to her,
Shayna Baszler's... Yeah, but Sonya is tough, though.
but when you put like...
Oh, what is this, like Punk and Lesnar?
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh, that's mean. Look, people are tough just, on different kinds of levels. I'm not so sure most people would want to fight CM Punk in the middle of the night,
No, but I guess my point to you
It's
is like,
different,
if her character is based on being this tough woman,
Yeah.
there's a lot of other tougher women out there.
All right, let's hey, why not? Okay, Shayna Baszler, I agree with that. Charlotte's tougher than her. I can absolutely see that. Becky deserves
Who's
to
the
be...
one that just beat Baszler for the belt?
Oh, Rhea? Ripley? Oh,
Yeah,
that's
Rhea
she's
Ripley.
boom,
She's
boom,
huge.
boom. She's oh man.
Right.
What a crusher. She's a crusher. Hey, when's Nia coming around? Is Nia around?
She, I think.
Speaking of big and tough.
I think she's actually from what I read, she's actually working out, so she'll probably be back for WrestleMania.
Don't you think they need her? I think they do.
Do they need her?
Sure, why not? You need the big bruiser in that division to come back and start squashing people left and right.
Yeah.
Why not? Absolutely, shake it up a little bit. Too much. It's missing that factor. Unless you book it like Strowman and then you just sit there and go, what the hell did they just do? This guy's Andre the Giant size, and they just booked him like Frankie Williams.
You're right.
I'm kind of confused.
They did destroy her, man. That's for sure.
Hey, how about Sami Zayn this?
Well, before you go to that, I'm sorry.
what do
The
you
reason
got?
I was looking up. What did you think about Chelsea Green showing up to wrestle Charlotte on Raw? I mean, I guess my point is like, why did they even do that?
I don't know. I don't know what they do after time.
She's the former NXT champion, right?
I'm not that familiar with the. You know how I feel about the women's division, especially down there. Anyway, I like Shayna.
Right.
But that's Shayna. I've been a fan of Shayna's basically down there, but I'm not really that big on the women's division.
No, I'm wrong. I misspoke.
Yeah,
she's
I don't
not NXT. She's
recall.
a former TNA Knockouts champion.
That's respectable though. She's no joke, in other words.
But my point is, it's like, why do you bring her on just to squash her like that? Like, couldn't they put her with somebody else?
Listen, I when EC3 was the world champion in TNA,
right?
EC3 was fantastic. So when I see this happen, I've already been broken as an EC3 fan by Vince. So I'm not that surprised. Vince sometimes takes someone from another company if he really feels that they're not much. And
what about Heyman? You keep
will
on saying
diminish.
Vince. How about Heyman? Isn't this Heyman?
No, because again, I don't think Heyman would ever squash somebody who comes with a decent background immediately, unless he's feeling it's such a high profile match with Charlotte. That's the only thing I can think of. If you're going to debut and you lose to somebody like Charlotte, at least you lost to somebody like Charlotte. I don't know. I don't really get it, but okay, whatever. We'll see if they build it from here.
All right, so you talk about Sami Zayn.
Yeah, I find it very cool that Sami Zayn is basically a manager now because we don't have any. How do you feel about that? And do you think he might help spark some sort of return?
Well,
to
you've been
He's
saying
got a
it for
few
the
names.
longest time, right? Bringing back the mouthpiece. So
Yeah.
there's no better mouthpiece than Zayn. I don't disagree with you
Doesn't
at all.
he talk great? I
He's
think
great.
He's a great
He's
talker.
fantastic.
By the way, Nakamura is very quietly having a very long reign.
He is.
By the way, I wonder how that'll look.
But do you think Zayn could get over Mojo?
Historically.
Do you think he'd get Mojo over? I mean,
I don't know. I do see an upside with Mojo, but I just don't know if they'll ever capture it for him and let him maintain it if they do capture something in a forward momentum. So it's tough to say. If you're a Mojo Rawley fan, which I, by the way, am not, you're gonna have a. It's been rough rooting for him. Who knows?
How about the Miz versus the new look Daniel Bryan versus Baron Corbin to go against the Fiend?
Right, they're having a three-way on SmackDown next week, I believe. The winner gets the Fiend shot at the world title. What you think about Daniel Bryan returning to his look from like 10 years ago? All of a sudden, his hair's short.
Finally, man.
You like that look?
Oh, much better.
Because I actually do prefer the long hair and the beard, but that would be me. You know, I was kind of surprised at the new look, but then again,
well,
you know
he was
what?
ripping his hair. The Fiend was ripping his hair out under the ring.
By the way, I thought that was great. I don't know why. Oh, I could hear Evan though, like, what the hell? This is ridiculous. I wouldn't blame him. I wouldn't blame him. No, I would say, but to me, I was laughing my ass off. You just see like hair flying all over the place.
Well, speaking of Evan Ginsberg used to have a show here on Village
lead
Connection
you right
Radio.
this?
You did. And one of my favorite parts of the show is called the Evan Ginsberg Rant
What's that I hear?
of the week.
Oh, dear God.
So Evan Ginsberg. I'm waiting on the producer real quick. Evan Ginsberg, associate producer of 350 Days.
What's going on here?
What? Damn it,
We had a
damn it,
malfunction
Beavis.
with-
Where is it?
We had a malfunction.
Malfunction.
Conjunction.
Evan Ginsberg, associate producer of 350 Days, and the wrestler.
That's right.
Used to have a show here on Village. Oh, there it is. There it is.
When did this train come in after 4 buses? What? That's
The best part about
late.
Evan weekly goes on social media either to complain about professional wrestling, politics,
I don't
or
watch
religion.
anymore.
We're a wrestling show, so we always try to keep it to wrestling, but
We do.
in this case, maybe not. Are you ready? Part of this is after I read the daily
Is this
rant.
wrestling? This better not be political.
After I read the rant, I'd like either the Pharaoh and or Jim to weigh in on their thoughts on Mr. Ginsberg's thoughts. Are you ready?
No.
Pet peeve department.
I'm ready.
If you go to the same restaurant or local business 100 times and one time you're displeased, is it really necessary to savage a mom and pop publicly? How about if you have a great experience in a small business, write that up instead? In New York City, there is a billionaire real estate interest control of the polls, and sorry, I'm having trouble reading this because I'm blind. And they're allowed to legally double or triple small business rents upon a lease of running out. 9 out of 10 businesses will eventually close shop, and restaurants don't have fare much better. So maybe a wee bit of comparison is in order. A compassion is in order. I'm sorry. Did we get the gist of that? Did I not read that well?
Yeah, there's something going through your head differently than because I'm not getting it.
So what he's saying is, I think what he's saying is that there's a small business you visit it all the time, right?
Yeah. Okay.
And if you have bad experience,
Yeah.
Why can't you just like let that go?
Okay.
Considering that these millionaire real estate people are raising rent in NYC, where a small business can't even get by, they don't need a bad review.
Let me ask you something.
Go ahead.
Is this man, who I'm pretty sure I've come to know over a period of time,
Sure.
is this man claiming that he would go somewhere and get bad service or food and not complain? Is that what he's saying? Like, just suck it up?
I think he's saying if he went there 100 times and the one time.
Because I don't think he's that way. I think that one time.
Did something before he wrote this? Did like something happen to make him write this? Because it sounds like he's basing this off an experience that he's aware of, or
if you go to the same restaurant or local business 100 times and one time you're displeased, is it really necessary to savage a mom and pop publicly?
So obviously somebody flipped out on a person that they'd been going to eat at a million times. Honestly, personally, I wouldn't do that. If I was going to a place a million times and I had bad service,
how about one time?
I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't flip out. Like, for example, okay, I'll give you an example. Like, I go to the.
They flipped out by saying something nasty on Facebook. Is that how the person flipped out?
Who knows?
I don't
know what it's based on.
It's a good question.
I just don't. Well, that's why I'm asking.
Well, let's say what is that site where you do reviews? Yelp, right? So you go on Yelp and you go, this guy's pizza tastes like shit.
Okay.
Right?
Just another example.
All right, I'm sorry. This
Your bagels are stale. They taste awful.
Yeah.
I hate your bagels.
no, but I guess my point. I guess the point is, do you have if you love the place so much, you have one bad experience, you have to rip them apart.
Right.
I don't think I would.
personally-
I wouldn't do that.
I personally wouldn't.
I've
either.
gone to restaurants numerous times, and sometimes it's good, sometimes it's
But
bad.
I gotta be honest though, I also wouldn't start thinking after my bad experience at the deli, like, I got a bad pastrami sandwich, I wouldn't start thinking that evil barren landlord made him give me a bad sandwich. I don't know if I'd be thinking that.
Well, Jim, you eat out.
Good
Have
indeed.
you ever felt
Sorry.
strong enough to go right on social media about someone's
I'm
restaurant?
done with social
done it.
media.
I've done it too.
I was out
I've
at
done it.
Montauk, and every
Oh,
year
that's
we go.
right.
Every year we go is Thanksgiving. We go every year.
They ruined it.
There's 2 places to eat breakfast, and the one place is always
Wait a
closed, and the
second.
other place is always open. John's restaurant or something.
Right.
In Montauk. And our brothers are always coming by. It's the same thing every year. So this particular year, me and my mother-in-law both are walking with a cane. So we both go in to kind of see where we're at, where we can sit. There was a table in the middle.
Fair enough.
The woman literally told us to get out. She said, "Get out."
Stop.
Get out?
Yes.
Stop.
She said, "Get out."
Who is the woman?
The woman at the
Was
desk.
she? Has she been there the previous year?
She's always there. I believe she's the
Same
owner's wife.
lady
Thanks for
that's
this
always there.
interview,
No,
yo.
I just want to make
Yes,
sure.
she's the owner's
Same
wife,
lady
I
that was
think.
always okay.
Always.
Okay.
It gets
So
better.
now you get treated like absolute doggy do. All right, go on.
So we leave.
I like
and
your
we
cable
go-
professional.
we
Notice
go-
this cable stuff. He keeps the cursing out.
we go
Doggy
across
do.
the
We're
street.
gonna have a ball with this
We go
one.
across the street, and there's this beautiful, empty deli. Beautiful, clean, beautiful. We
Oh, those
order our
delis out
breakfast.
east are fantastic.
We order our breakfast. We go on the truck. We go back to the manor, and we eat our breakfast. We have a beautiful time.
There you go.
But as we're walking to the truck, we hold our thing up to the lady, and she's like
He's showing the sandwich.
yelling at us. So I go to say something to her. I go to walk
Yelling
back.
at you.
Right.
I go to walk
Two
back
people
all
with
the way to
canes.
Right.
Hey,
She
you
locks
two
the
with
door.
canes.
She locks the door.
Oh,
bro.
you threat. You threat.
Now again, why did she throw
What
you
is
out?
going on?
Because we went inside, and I guess
Wait a
they
minute.
didn't want
Did you
people inside.
have a MAGA
It
hat
was
on?
open. No.
Oh, okay. I just want to know. That might.
So
I've seen.
I will
people
tell you.
freaking out that
I'll tell
way.
you one experience where I wrote something on
I
social
even sat
media.
at the bar where there was seating.
Oh, how nice of them.
I couldn't go
Yeah.
in to sit there.
Well, I went to Walt Burgers in Port Jefferson.
Who?
What's
Walt Burgers.
I don't even know about that place. It
So,
sounds, it sounds.
So I went there, and not only did they mess up my order, I sat there for an hour to get my order.
Messed up an order.
Yeah, exactly.
It's easy. It's your menu.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm ordering from it.
So I complained to social media. I will tell you though, they did send me a whole bunch of gift
Nice.
certificates,
You go
right?
back and get
But
mistreated.
guess what? I don't want to go back.
Right.
I don't want to go back. But at least they tried to make it right. That was years
Right.
ago. They tried to make it right. Anyway, we got to pay the bills. So Pharaoh, you got to
I do.
hit some of those commercial
Remember,
breaks, brother. We're going to try some live commercial breaks on Monty and the Pharaoh, led by the star of the show, Mr. Jimmy
I have a
Farrow.
feeling that Farrow is about to read commercials on the air.
Me too.
sense
Well,
it.
well, for you folks at home, unfortunately, Mr. Savali is right. I don't know how I got nominated for this job, but anyway, here we go, folks.
Because you're the star of the
I don't know
show.
about the rest of you, but I know that some of us who actually have true feelings wonder about what's going on the other side. Now, while most of us might not have a connection, apparently Tammy over at Tammy Psychic Readings does. Wow.
Really?
And you can reach her at area code 208-547-8145.
I got to tell
wonder
you,
about that.
I do. And you know what?
Who doesn't?
You always,
Who doesn't?
You always want a lawyer, like a specific lawyer, a specific doctor, right? You can't just go float around. A dentist.
Right.
You know who falls into that? A psychic.
Psychic.
You don't want to just go to any old
No, wait a minute,
psychic.
because half of them are not really
Half?
out, but there are some who are real.
Ah.
And we're very proud to be dealing with this.
There you
one
go.
because she's
Absolutely.
real.
There you
And,
go.
and you know what? Just give her a call. What's the number there, Pharaoh?
It's area code 208-547-8145.
So if you want to reach out to like one of your past, mates, wives, husband,
Imagine the three of us knew each other in our past life, like we were pirates or something.
right? Maybe you know what? If you call,
Ah,
You know,
I don't know.
I would like to run that by Tammy, by the way, because I believe that's what deja vu is.
really?
Yeah, it's your past memories. If we can inherit physical traits, we certainly can inherit memories.
So you think?
So I feel.
So you
like
think you
there's
keep
some
trying
kind of-
over and over again until you get it right?
No, it's not even about getting it right. It's just the laws of nature. You know, to me, it's almost like the rubber band theory. What it comes back. It's like Lion King. The whole beginning, middle, end. It repeats itself.
Again, I'll repeat. Everybody call
I'm coming back.
208-547-8145. Tammy Psychic Readings. Be
There you
there.
go. And for a roadmap to what I just said, you can reach me at. Trust me, it makes sense in my warped mind. Well, on that note, if you're looking for any kind of special event, concert, sporting event, you must go to Seat Links. That's at www.seatslink.com for your best in Ranger tickets. What is this, Jingle Ball? Jingle Ball?
Yeah,
Explain
man.
Jingle Ball to the audience, please.
Jim, you know
Anything
Jingle Ball,
need.
right?
I don't know what Jingle Ball is. Mate.
It's like a concert.
Nice.
That's the
You know,
one
like
you
one of those
play.
radio things.
That's the one
Oh.
No, those
Okay.
are those are sweaty balls.
You use SeatsLink all the time, don't you?
I do use SeatsLink all the time.
That's
In fact,
right.
I've turned a bunch of my friends and co-partners to order from SeatsLink because you know why? The prices are the best.
Nice.
You go to Ticketmaster, you go somewhere else, you're paying way over market.
Right.
Charles Kaufman at SeatLink, boy, he'll just take care of you.
On
Have
the
you used
money
SeatLink
and
before,
for your
Jim?
money.
I have. I'm going to be using it again.
Really?
I'm going to go see Motley Crue.
Nice.
I might go actually with Charles Kaufman and
The one thing I love about Charles, too, he always gives you a personal touch, right? You call up for a regular ticket, Farrell, they just give you tickets
Right.
at high price. You know what? He tries to work with you. He
Right.
tries to find you exactly what you need. And he tries to give you experience, too.
And somehow he's continued to thrive after actually being in the studio for when Marty Jannetty punched you in the face.
That's right. Very good.
Wow, I'm impressed.
Thanks for bringing
Way to
that
go,
up.
Charles.
Thanks for bringing
Sorry,
that
man.
up.
Merry Christmas.
What else?
Merry Christmas.
What else you got for us, Farrell?
Yeah, right here for you. Alrighty, folks. While we're at it, since I'm all hyped up, you might as well get hyped up too. And how do we do that? We go to Off the Rails Coffee Roasters.
Oh, man.
That's right, folks. Because
Best coffee
Farrell
around.
wants his coffee. Anyway, you can reach them at www.offtherailscoffee.com. They offer a coffee party, which is so awesome. You may need something else, but we'll get to that in a second.
let me ask you this. What is something that everyone loves?
Coffee.
I love
I
coffee.
mean, seriously, if you're going to get a gift for someone, you're not sure what to get them.
Coffee.
I mean,
Yeah.
there's not a person I know who does not like coffee, and everyone wants to try something new.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
like, go online and send a bag of coffee to your brother, your sister, your friend.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Use Amazon. They're on Amazon, right? Use Amazon. Order the coffee. A couple
Right.
pounds of coffee.
Support our station and support our sponsor.
Right.
Absolutely.
Right,
That's
and
what it comes
unlike
down
their
to.
competitors, they won't serve you dangerous hot coffee that burns
That's
your
it
feet.
burns your feet,
Yeah,
right? You're in control
yeah.
of that.
Oh my
That's a
God.
great point.
Yeah, they're climate controlled and responsible.
And another great thing you brought up, they offer coffee parties, right? You want to impress someone, you want to have friends over, you really don't feel like killing yourself, you call Off the Rails, they'll set up a coffee party with you. You'll be someone's hero serving coffee, bro.
Coffee.
Right.
Oh my
You can't
God.
drink coffee.
You can't go wrong.
Imagine
No
you
one's
can
going to
have-
complain about the
Like,
coffee.
you should go work there.
What?
Imagine you in charge of that place.
Oh my God.
Coffee plant.
Oh man.
You want coffee all day
Oh my
long?
God,
Oh my
man.
God!
I
you
drink
call
it
me
all.
like
That's like
47
a match
times a
made in
day.
heaven.
Oh Jesus.
I'm not sure, but you know what? After those coffee parties are over, there has to be a place to put all the stuff.
You don't like.
And notice I said stuff. I don't even have to hit the horn honk on cable. I'm a
Right.
genius.
There you go.
folks. For all your dumpster needs, you must pick up that phone and call Dumpster Rental of Long Island. That's right. 631 area code 900 DUMP
Whoa.
as in Pharaoh. Call
I
now.
got a question.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
Are they discreet?
Oh,
Oh, very
are
discreet.
they the
So,
street?
like, if you put something in there that you didn't want someone to know about,
Oh.
and then you covered it with, let's just
Oh.
say, carpeting,
Yeah.
would they take the dumpster away and just get rid of it for you?
I think so.
That's a place you want.
Like that time,
I think so.
like that time with the deer and my mom's steak knife.
Like
You
the
remember
deer
that?
and the steak knife,
You
right.
remember that, don't you?
Right. So
Yeah,
that's
you remember that.
convenient to
Oh,
do
and
that.
by the way, the owner is strong enough that if there's an issue, he can probably pick up the dumpster himself
And take care of it for you.
and can basically carry away whatever you need.
Totally agree with you.
Absolutely.
What else should I got, Pharaoh?
Well, it looks like that might be it for this portion of the program. Unless you have something else, we can move on to the next.
Well, I
subject.
wanted to
What else you got?
I wanted to promote our own studio,
Wow,
right?
well, this is a
Village
whole nother
Connection
story.
Broadcasting.
All right.
Right. So, look, everybody in life wants to be something special. You have a business you want to market, right?
Yep.
You want to draw people to your business.
Yep.
What better way to do that is than to have your own show at a studio where over 20,000 people see you daily at a bare minimum, and have other social media outlets such as YouTube,
Right.
Twitter,
Yep.
Facebook Live,
Yep.
Periscope. You could get your company out there. Or, hey, guess what? Maybe you're an aspiring actor or a comedian.
Yep.
Right? And you want to get your name out there, and you're struggling, you're trying to figure out a way. How do you do it? You call Jim Savali, Village Connection Radio. He'll get the eyes on you.
Yep.
Look at our show, right?
Yep.
We have just on YouTube, we've been on for 6 months.
Right.
We have over 4 years worth of hours viewed.
Yeah. Yep.
4 years.
So far, so good.
So far, so good.
Yep.
So again, Village Connection Radio right here in Huntington. Reach out to Mr. Jim Savali. He'll always take your call. He's around
Where else are you
24/7.
going to get this kind of exposure?
You can't.
You can't.
Well, you can.
Bury it.
You can.
No, you
You could go to your
Not from your
basement.
room, you can't.
You could go to
No,
your basement, or some people want to
You
buy
can
their
try
own
that, but that's
equipment.
not
They
happening.
want to put a
It's not-
camera up.
no.
But guess what?
No.
one knows you. They're not going to see you.
Right.
You know what? You want to make.
How many sponsors did we just name, and how many more do we have coming?
Oh my!
Stop.
So
You
my
know?
my point is that
Stop.
you know what? You've got to put some hustle.
Jimbo!
You got to put hustle behind the muscle.
Yeah,
you
you
want to
better.
go cheap? You're never going to make it.
Right.
You go cheap, you get cheap.
Right.
Okay? Every so often someone might hit it, but you're not going to be that one. You got to get into a real station where you're going to get promoted.
Look,
okay?
Spock was logical. Be logical. What else you got?
Let's go. Wrestling time. Back to wrestling.
Back to. I think that went smashingly well.
You
by
did
the
very
way.
good,
Oh,
Farrell.
thank you. You did well too. You too, Jim.
My wife always says, you
I
know
love
what?
you all. I love everyone.
My wife always says, Farrell was born
What?
to be a commercial guy.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, thank you. Wait.
All right, what do you got?
What else did your wife say?
What? Oh, yeah. Jim.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah,
That's hilarious. Going back to the wrestling, we have some Raw highlights, as if there is such a thing nowadays.
Go
But,
ahead.
You know, we had Tozawa winning the 24/7 title from R-Truth, and then Truth won it back later on the broadcast. You what a shock. Anyone care about this belt anymore? Nope.
I think Santa Claus won it this week, too,
Did he
right?
really?
I think so, yeah.
Oh, that's exciting. But remember when this belt first started, the first couple of weeks?
was fun.
like, everyone was like, yeah, this belt is great. Dude, this belt is
You're a little down and out on wrestling, bro.
Wrestling is kind of bleh.
Man, you're really down and out on it.
It is though.
Pharaoh
Right now.
down and out
Wait a
on
second.
wrestling.
It is though. I think it is. I think that I think across the board it's not so great right now. But that's just me. All this talent, very true. The way they're writing it and putting it all together, not so great. Anyway, we have Asuka challenging Becky Lynch. How you feel about that? Does that keep Becky hot? I think it kind of. It's okay.
Asuka's a
It's good
placeholder.
opponent.
She's a
Yeah,
placeholder.
that doesn't kind of suck.
So
for
they'll
Asuka.
stretch it out. This will get just in time for your friend of mine, Ronda Rousey, to come back and finally even up things with Becky Lynch. So this will just get us to that
Boy,
WrestleMania time.
you know how messed up is this that they need Ronda Rousey back
Of course.
here? That's messed up.
Why is it messed up?
Because wrestling shouldn't have to. Okay, I'll tell you why. Because at WrestleMania 1, at the end of the day, when Mr. T was all finished and done, he went away because the wrestlers were great. They didn't have to rely on him. Ronda Rousey, to me, is a cut above, obviously, the athleticism of a Mr. T because she's a legit. But she's still a big celebrity. We shouldn't have to rely on Ronda Rousey. The division should be great enough that you don't need somebody of that to have to come back to save your ass.
By the way, I meant to ask you
That's
that.
how I feel about it. Mr. T didn't have to come back to save Hulk Hogan
What did-
and Roddy Piper.
What did you think of that whole?
Come on.
I mean, not to veer off to AEW again, but what did you think
Yeah.
of that whole like miscue of that bad punching that went on? I mean, wait a minute. I'm going to give you my point. Is it really such a big deal? Is it that big of a deal?
You know why it is to me, but I would never, as you know, I'm off. I'm done. I'm really, truly, it seems the Pharaoh is done with the nonsense.
He'll be back.
I don't think so. I'm almost willing to start putting bets on this one.
We have bets on.
We already got
that's
bets
good.
on.
Well, you guys are both going to be very disappointed, man. This is something.
One of us might have said never. So
Yeah.
you don't know.
You never know.
Something very strange happened in the pyramids about 2 weeks back. I'm like, nope. I think I'm totally.
all right, but
done
how
with
about the-
But I'm
the
not.
schmaz?
I would not be the type to get on and complain about it. But I found it to be completely double standard. You bitch about Vince's product, and then you put that in front of people. Get the hell out of here.
Big deal.
It is to me because they
Wow.
pick on Vince with everything. Aha! You farted wrong, Vince. We got you, and it smells too. Rah! And then poor Vince. Well, poor Vince. Yeah, not really, but I don't know. I just can't take the complaining anymore. But I thought it was somewhat justified. Not at that level. That's some bad.
It's like,
dude,
just
who
stop.
teaches you how to throw a punch? Come on,
maybe.
what's going?
I don't know.
I don't know, man.
You know what? It's
bad.
wrestling. It's professional
Can't we
wrestling.
keep it a little more convincing?
All right, so it was bad.
It was awful.
But you know what that proves?
What?
Poor production. It's not just about the wrestlers. When does production not see what's going on and pull the camera off? Right?
Like NWA Power. Oops, did Cornette say that?
Yeah.
Heard anyway.
Exactly. But I mean, these are points, right? You got to hire people that know what the F they're doing.
Yeah, you can't bring a guy into the ring who can't throw a punch.
Yeah, but also take the cameras. Hey, guess what? Those punches are bad. So you know what we're going to do? We're going to focus, really focus in on it.
Dude, I got to be honest. Like, if we were running a company and you put me in charge of judging what wrestlers can do, if I saw that guy punching like that, I'd never have him on TV. I'd be like, Mike, come here. I got to talk to you. I know he's big. I know he looks good. This guy can't throw a punch.
Farrell, let me ask you, more important than the
I want you
wrestlers.
hitting like Samoa Joe. And if you're smaller, I want you hitting and kicking like AJ Styles. Otherwise, I'm probably not going to be that interested.
Wait a minute.
But that's me.
Let me ask you this.
You got to hit.
If you had a choice, you were opening up a professional wrestling organization, and you had the ample opportunity to grab. We'll just call it.
Okay.
We'll call Moxley.
Yeah.
All right.
Do I have a choice?
No, it's not going to. We're not just. So you can have Moxley. You only have enough money to get Moxley, or there's a major producer out there that does great production work.
What kind of producer? What has he done?
Produces wrestling shows.
And he's done the top tier.
So say he did Saturday Night's Main Event back in the day.
So I'm going backwards to go forwards? I don't think I would do that.
I don't mean it like that.
I got that thing about going backwards to go forwards. I usually don't believe in that at all. I think that's why Monty and the Pharaoh is so different from everything else we do.
I guess my point to you is, okay, you could get a Nick Ebersol or a Moxley.
Dick Ebersol.
Did they say Nick? Dick Ebersol.
Right. Yeah. A Dick Ebersol or a Moxley. If I'm getting a Dick Ebersol in his prime,
yeah,
that's a no-brainer.
Right.
You go with a Dick Ebersol, and that's basically that. But if you're offering me right at the second Dick Ebersol, I don't think I would be.
My point to you is
Parcells isn't coaching anymore either. So
we were talking about movies, right? If you have a great director, right, or a great editor, you could do so much for a movie. Then
you can polish a turd. But you better have a better writer because I agree. You better have some damn good writing and you know what? It isn't talent. I don't think I'd be letting you bring if I knew you were funding because come on, you're the guy who's going to probably fund way more than the Pharaoh ever will. Let's be real. But if we did and I was doing the talent for you, I would make sure that whoever got brought in there is convincing as shit, man. Whoever they are in the ring, they're convincing. Like Joe, like AJ. Like Omega.
You have to have talent, but you could cover so much stuff if you have the right kind of direction and a producer with the right cuts and the thing. Look, you didn't mention about AEW, right? Here's a perfect example. You got Jericho, who's doing one of his spots, right?
Yeah.
They go to commercial,
I know.
and they keep the window in window, and you can't hear what he's saying.
And guess who that?
So what's the point?
And guess who that copies? Vince. That makes me laugh.
My point.
I also don't like that Vince does it.
But I want you to hear me on this.
I don't like it at all.
You have a picture-in-picture.
Right.
There's a commercial playing.
Yeah.
Jericho's doing one of his.
You can't hear a word he's saying.
You can't hear him.
That's terrible.
It's bad production.
It's bad enough that they put action in the corner while you're watching the commercial. This guy's trying to talk to the audience.
That's what I'm saying.
You can't hear a thing.
You don't know when you're going to commercial break. You can't figure this out.
Unless you're a lip reader like me. Oh look, he said a little bit of the bubbly.
No, but my point is,
he said a little bit of the bubbly.
Jericho's heading out. All right, slow him down because you have a 4-minute commercial coming out.
It's ridiculous.
Slow him down. Slow him. Come on. Where's the directors?
Who's in charge of that?
You need direction.
Of course, that's awful.
All right, Lashley and Lana getting married. Very exciting. Got a few minutes left.
I can't anymore. This is the kind of stuff I dread, by the way. I can't. This is no.
How is this ending?
This is where me and Evan are buddies, all right? And on this kind of shit, I can't stand it. This is right up there to me and no different than remember when Billy and Chuck got married?
Yeah, that was good.
I can't stand that.
I watched.
Remember when Hillbilly Jim, the marriage of Uncle Elmo, whatever. Dude, this shit is bad. It's been going on for decades. I don't want to see it. I don't care if you're going to get married. I want to see wrestling. I want to see Lashley and Brock Lesnar murder each other. I don't want to see this steaming pile of shit.
Wow, there you have it.
There's one horn honk. and it's on the air.
I enjoy. I'm going to disagree with you.
Why do you like
I
this?
love it. I love it.
I hate it. It's
How
terrible.
does it end? Pharaoh, how does this end?
Please tell me that it ends with, like, they should do something all-time very stupid and have the preacher have a mask on, and then he pulls it off and it's Rusev, and he kicks them both in the face. Screw your wedding.
That's pretty
screw
good.
you.
That's
yeah,
pretty good.
Why not? Or he's the
I like
ring,
it.
or he's the ring bearer with the pillow, with the mask on. He takes it off.
But at what point? What point does what point did the bride and groom question, like, why does this guy have a mask on?
I'm questioning why she went Lashley for the last month and a half.
Now, by
2
the
months.
way,
Like, this is terrible.
Lana just signed a 5-year contract.
Oh,
So, what do you do with her
goosebumps.
after this?
What?
What do you do with her after this?
You call the dumpsters. The dumpsters. That's right. That's what was the phone number. Go find it. Oh,
Better yet.
It's terrible.
Better yet,
Yeah,
you
what
could
was
call
the-
Tammy Psychic Reading.
What, for consultation on what to do with Lana?
Yeah.
Wow.
What's the future of Lana?
You are deep. Bizarre, man.
All right, we got about 1 minute left. What do you want to close out with, big guy?
Oh, I don't know.
You disappoint me that you don't like the Lana thing.
What? It's just.
Here, I love this one.
What?
Question mark defeats Colt Cabana in NWA TV title qualification match.
Question mark. Aren't you big on question
I'm
mark?
huge on question mark.
Yeah, always question mark.
I'm more upset about this.
What?
If you own this organization
Yeah.
and you've got Colt Cabana,
Yeah.
and then he shows up in AEW,
Yeah.
doesn't that bother you?
Isn't he? Is he done with one of these organizations?
No, he's an
or
independent contractor. He can do whatever he wants.
I don't know, man. I don't know what to think about the hopping around or question mark. I want to know who question mark is.
Just
Who is
look it up.
question
I
mark?
don't know, some dude. Some
Oh.
dude with a beard.
Oh, some dude with a beard.
Yeah.
Wow. How,
Some dude with a
how
beard.
mysterious.
Or better yet, call Tammy Psychic
Has,
Reading, ask her who question mark is.
Has NWA Power lost your interest already? Because
Yeah.
it's starting to lose me big
I've
time.
lost it.
I think it's about to. I need to know if I need to watch it anymore. I'm at that point with you.
I
It's
haven't.
like, should I even be watching it
I
anymore?
got to be honest, I haven't.
You know, they started off okay, but that whole Cornette thing was like, oh.
It's even
you
after
know.
that, I'm just like, bleh.
Yeah.
You know, they had Nikita on there choosing who's going to be in the thing, and I was
Yeah.
like, I don't want to watch this.
Yeah, and you know what's funny
Boring.
too? Andrew Anderson should be over there because when
I
we were
agree.
at the big event, he had a long ass line, longer than the NWA guys had.
That's right.
You guys could use Andrew Anderson, trust me.
All right, anyway, you've been watching Long Island's #1 pro wrestling broadcast, seen all the air at Village Connection Radio in Huntington, Long Island. You can catch Monty DeFaro every Tuesday from 8:30 to 9 o'clock on Channel 115, and Saturday 6 a.m. to 6:30, right? Mm-hmm. I was corrected on that, so... And then always catch us every Thursday. We got those upcoming events. So this is Mike Monty.
This is the Pharaoh. Until next week, later.